Hello and welcome to the Evening Mews with Tomcat. I'm Catalina Parma.
And I'm Tom Sourpuss. Our top stories tonight: a cat gets blinged out and a feline plays hard to get. But first, cats sure are lucky that they have 9 lives, aren't they?
Yep, I sure could use a few extra.
We all could. But a very lucky cat in Clinton, Arkansas used 2 of his precious 9 lives recently. Charlie Brown went missing after a tornado destroyed his family mobile home. The family believed that the tornado had taken Charlie Brown's life when they were unable to find him. Charlie Brown, however, went on to survive another near-death experience. When the family burned all of the wooden rubbish, unbeknownst to them, Charlie Brown was in the middle of that pile. Later, they were able to follow Charlie's weak meows to discover him in the briars, singed, matted and stained yellow, but alive.
Oh my God, what a catastrophe.
A family member was quoted as saying that Charlie Brown smelled like scorched wool blanket and that the pads of his feet were peeling off. But he was alive and on his way to recovery. Unfortunately, the family's other cat, Sambo, who also went missing during the tornado, has yet to be found.
How devastating. Let's hope that Charlie Brown keeps those remaining 7 lives under very careful watch. Well, that brings us to our Famous Cats in History segment. This is where we highlight the works of famous cats of our past. Today, we salute Cleocatra. The last pharaoh of ancient Egypt is well known for her connections with ancient Greece and her marriage to Julius Caesar, and then his best friend Mark Antony. Cleocatra was the first pharaoh during her family's 300-year reign to learn the Egyptian language and reinstate many of the past Egyptian traditions. Cleocatra is a great cat who is still worshipped today.
Sure does help that she's not sore on the eyes either, eh?
Dog.
Well, a cat in Alexandria, Indiana is sporting a lot more bling than the average citizen. Sebastian, a 1-year-old Persian, was born with a drastic underbite similar to a bulldog's. His owner, a dentist, was worried that the underbite would become a problem, or even worse, his canines would break. So the doctor came up with an original solution to Sebastian's problem: gold crowns in his 2 bottom canines. Now Sebastian is an instant conversation starter when everyone sees his blinged out gold teeth against his black fur, which makes him look like a rapper's guard cat or even a villain's cat. At first, Sebastian wasn't thrilled with his new mouth gear and didn't speak to his human for 2 days. However, he now enjoys all the attention he gets. It should be said though, the new mouthpiece isn't cheap, as it costs the same as crowns for humans, about $900 a piece.
Well, that's a lot of meowny. Let's hope that he remembers his roots and not start to dine on only cat VR.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Well, Portlanders are known for the love of cats and coffee, but who knew these two could be mixed? In Jakarta, Indonesia, the infamous Civet coffee is the most expensive in the world at $200 to $400 a pound. The flavor is described as rich and chocolatey with no aftertaste. But you may wonder what makes this coffee so special. Well, the producers, or rather excretors of this famed coffee, are civets, cat-like animals that forage in the jungles of Asia. These foragers choose the ripest coffee berries to eat, and their stomach digests the flesh of the fruit and then expel the beans. The beans are then collected, roasted, and brewed for an expensive cup of joe.
Cat, I've drank some gross cups of coffee before, but that would not go anywhere near my mouth.
It sounds like you're not refined enough, but I bet you'll never look at your cat's litter box the same again. I wonder what other delicious treasures await discovery. Speaking of poop, now's time for our kitty letterbox segment. This is where we take common cat-related questions and shed some light on them for our viewers. Let's see what's in the letterbox today. Dear Tomcat, I believe in living as green a life as possible, and so does my cat, Marley Hendricks Moonshine. What are our choices in regular and environmentally friendly litter? Peace and love, man. Sky River in Portland. Well, Sky, with a lot more focus on preserving our planet from consumers, manufacturers have come up with a lot more choices in litter that are green. Conventional cat litter is made from clay and found through many different brands. Each company adds different scents and chemicals to try and make their litter more odor-absorbing, clumping, and last longer with multiple cats than the competition's. Clay litter is great for doing a basic job for a very affordable price, but isn't biodegradable and contains a lot of dust and isn't flushable either. Silica gel is another type of litter that is renowned for its absorbency. It can hold up to 5 pounds of liquid in about 30 days for a normal-sized cat. The silicone beads become saturated when they're full and begin to smell when they need to be changed. While it works well for absorbency, it isn't biodegradable and can be expensive if purchasing for multiple cats.
Other choices on the market are wood, paper, corn, and wheat-based litters. These are biodegradable, flushable, and compostable, and many note that these litters have exceptional odor control. Another plus to these litters is that they are non-carcinogenic and work great for asthmatic cats and even humans who dislike dust that comes with clay litters. One small bag lasts a lot longer than a bag of clay litter, so you may purchase less. Biodegradable litters are more expensive than clay litters. However, you may find that they save a lot of money in the long run and also help to reduce your carbon footprint.
And this has been the Kitty Letterbox. Let's check in with Howie for the weather.
Howie, please tell us that the weather is going to keep getting better.
Rain.
Okay then, thanks Howie.
That Howie. Well, in Miami, Florida, a firefighter crew had a full day's work with a cat that was rescued twice. The firefighters were called out to rescue a cat who had crawled into the undercarriage of a stranger's car. After removing the wheel and jacking up the car, the firefighter crew still couldn't reach the cat. However, the cat somehow escaped undetected by the firefighters, which began another hour of searching the area for the cat once they realized he had escaped. On the way back to the station, firefighters answered a couple more distress calls before arriving. At the station 5 hours later, the cat was discovered again. The tricky feline was in the rear wheel of their fire truck. This time, however, the firefighters were able to reach the cat. One firefighter poked the cat in the butt with a Slim Jim, while another was forced the cat into a compartment with the hose, where another was able to catch him. Thankfully, the tricky feline was dirty but unharmed.
I wonder if that was standard firefighter issue Slim Jim.
Meow. Meow.
Sounds like a Mews cat is ready for her jokes.
Why don't cats play cards in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. What does a cat do when he's mad? He has a hissy fit. How many cats can you put into an empty box? 1. After that, it's not empty.
Those never fail to crack me up. So clever. Well, now it's time for our adoptable cat segment.
Multnomah County Shelter in Troutdale has many cats looking for their forever home. Could it be yours?
Such delightful beauties. Well, also at the shelter are cats and dogs that are lost and waiting to go home. Remember, the shelter is one of the first places you should check out if your pet is missing. Whether or not your pet has a microchip, which will help ensure its safe return to you, you should visit the shelter to let them know your pet is missing, and then check the shelter often to see if your pet has been found.
Well, that wraps up the evening news with the Tomcat.
Until next time, stay positive.
And stay spayed and neutered, Portland.